Hi.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are brand new here, my name is Nikki and this is my book nook. Y'all, I know it's already like, I don't even know what the date is. 14 days? It's January 14th? Jeez. It's already 14 days into January, so I know this video is a little bit late, but I still want to film it because I'm just very excited about what there is to come in 2022, and I wanted to just kind of go through some of my most anticipated releases, the books that I'm just like dying to get my hands on. So I thought we would do that today. Most of these books I don't have too much of a synopsis on because honestly they're all by just like my instant buy authors, and when I know I love an author and I trust them, like I don't really feel the need to read the synopsis because I'd rather just go in blind and experience it. But I will tell you guys what I can. So yes, let's just get into it. I just want to say right now, you might want to stay to the end for a little bit of an exciting announcement. Just PSA. But yes, let's get into it. So the first book of 2022 that I am so excited for is actually coming out in just a few days. It is Reminders of Him by Colleen Hoover. Y'all should know at this point, if you've watched me for any amount of time, Colleen Hoover is just freaking incredible. She's one of my favorite authors. Everything she writes is just so good, and this book especially, like the second she announced it, the second I kind of heard what it was about, I was like, okay, I am so intrigued. What I essentially know is it's like about a girl that comes back to a small town where I believe her ex-boyfriend or her boyfriend has passed away, and I think she kind of like falls in love with his best friend. Like that's just kind of what I've heard through the grapevine. It just sounds like it's so good, and the couple of people that I like know that have gotten arcs of it have said it's like their favorite Colleen Hoover book ever. So I am so freaking excited to read it. I swear I'm gonna like rip it straight out of the package when it comes. I pre-ordered it so long ago. Just be waiting guys, because like in the next week you'll literally see my review on it as soon as I can possibly get it out, because I know I'm not gonna be able to stop reading that book. I'm just gonna fly through it. It's gonna be a great time. But Colleen Hoover is just an instant buy for me at this point. Like we should just know. And the next book slash books that I'm so excited for in 2022 are the Crave series books. So the Crave series is right back here. I read them towards the very beginning of 2021. I started that series, and it's a vampire romance, love triangle, supernatural situation. I feel like it's kind of a combination of like Vampire Diaries, but very much Legacies aspect of Vampire Diaries, because it's like set in a boarding school in Alaska. There are supernatural creatures. Like it's a really easy read, but it's so addicting. Like it's not the best writing. I like to say it's kind of like, I used to say it was addicting trash, but honestly I don't feel good saying that anymore because I genuinely just really love the series, and I've been so excited for the next book to come out. The fourth book releases on February 1st, I believe. Also just in a handful of days. It's gotten delayed a couple different times, and I've been so bummed because like I'm so excited to read that book. Like I just feel like it's gonna be pure chaos based off of like how the last book ended. And then there's another book in that series called Charm that's coming out in July, and that is kind of like a side story. Like it's kind of like a missing piece that happened earlier in the book, like that we didn't get to see. We're getting to go back and see it now, and that story is one that I'm so interested in. Like if you haven't read the series, I don't want to give anything away, but the character that focuses on, I just feel like that might be like my favorite book in the whole series once I read it. And then it was just announced literally like 2 days ago, the author Tracy Wolff announced that she's actually writing a 6th book for the series. It was supposed to end with Court, and then Charm was supposed to be an extra little treat, but she's writing a 6th book because she realized there's like more to the story, and that one is called Cherish, and it's going to be coming out in November. Tracy Wolff, you are a freaking machine. I don't know how you're putting out 3 books in 1 year, but like thank you. I will be reading every single one, and I will probably be vlogging every single one on this channel because I vlogged the last one, and you guys, or I didn't vlog it, that's a lie. Well, I'm gonna vlog it from here on out. I really like, especially her books are really long. I love doing the reading vlogs of the long books, so I don't have to like remember the whole thing and just recap it at the end. I feel like it's really fun to just like go through the journey with you guys, and you guys really seem to like it, so I will definitely vlog those when they come out. The next one is one that I'm maybe the most excited about. Penelope Douglas. I never shut up about her because she is my favorite. She's my freaking queen. I love her books so much, but she has a new series called the Hellbent series, and the first book in it is coming out in March. It is called Falls Boys. Falls Boys. It's so hard for me to say that every single time. I want to just say Fall Boys, but it's Falls Boys, like waterfalls, I assume. But it is a sort of spin-off series of her Fall Away series, which starts with the book Bully. If you guys have seen that around, I have not read that series yet because honestly, I was going through my Penelope Douglas books real fast and like I love her so much that I was like afraid and anxious to run out of books of hers to read. I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's just how I think. If I love an author, I'm like, I want to like always have one like on the back burner that I can like grab if I'm desperate. So I haven't read that series yet, but I'm going to because I want to start this like as soon as it comes out. And from what she says, like you don't have to read the Fall Away series to understand this book, but it will help you. But my big thing that I'm excited about is a character from the book Credence makes an appearance in this series. I can't remember if he's in the first book or not, but I love him so much and he deserved like more of a spotlight. So I'm so happy that she's bringing him back. So I feel like that series, it might be competing with Devil's Night for my love. We're gonna see. I'm just so freaking excited. So again, like if you guys are interested, I'm gonna be doing a review. Of course, I'm gonna review all of these, but like that one, I'm just like so excited for. March is honestly a big month. There's 2 other books in that month already that when they come out, I'm gonna be freaking out over. A War of Two Queens, the 4th book in the Blood and Ash series by Jennifer L. Armentrout. Again, okay, I just said Falls Boys was the one I was most excited about. I think I need to just stop saying that because I think I'm gonna think I'm the most excited about all of these because truly A War of Two Queens, the Blood and Ash series is my favorite fantasy series to ever exist. Like I have not stopped thinking about it since the first time I read it and like every single day. It comes into my head every day and I honestly need to reread it. I'm not gonna have time before this comes out, but I might try, we'll see. It's a high fantasy, there's like vampires, there's werewolves, there's the freaking spiciest, most incredible men you've ever read in your life. Man, not men, whatever. It's so good. If you have not yet read that series, I'm seriously telling you, you need to go do it. The 4th book, I am especially excited about because the 3rd book, there's always books in series where there's one where it's kind of a lull just because it's like very much like a strategizing, like building up information, dumping, world building to lead you into like the rest of the series. And that last book I feel like was very much that book, The Crown of Gilded Bones or The Crown of Gilded Bones. I feel like it was very much leading into like the chaos and the wildness that is going to be this next book. And I'm just like, the cliffhanger it left on stabbed me in the heart and I desperately need to know what happens next. So that one, when it comes out in March, I will for sure be doing a reading vlog on. And the next book, also coming out in March, is Hook, Line, and Sinker by Tessa Bailey. It Happened One Summer was like one of my favorite books I read last year. It was so freaking good. It's based on Schitt's Creek. If you've ever watched that, it's like a Schitt's Creek inspired rom-com and it was so good. It was real spicy, but it just had like a really good overall message to it and I loved it so much. And Hook, Line, and Sinker is like the 2nd book technically in that series. It focuses on a different character and a different relationship that we learn about in that series. So I've heard mixed reviews on it. Honestly, people are getting arcs of that book like so long ago. Like I feel like over 6 months ago I was seeing people already reading arcs of it and it's gotten really mixed reviews, which I'm kind of bummed about, but I'm still definitely going to read it like right when it comes out because I just have to. And at this point, Tessa Bailey, like I just know I'm going to enjoy her books and that one looks like a nice good little rom-com that's just like not going to disappoint me. So we will see. I'm very excited. And another rom-com that is coming out this year in May, a big moment, Emily Henry's next book. It's called Book Lovers, actually. Emily Henry, I freaking adored People We Met on Vacation. That was a 5-star read for me, like in my top 10 books I read last year, just like one of the freaking best books. Like I think I'm gonna read that book like every summer for the rest of my life because I just like loved it so much. I didn't love Beach Read, which was like a major hot take because I think I'm like the only person in the entire planet, but I don't care. Like I loved People We Meet on Vacation so much that like I'm for sure gonna be reading this book. Like I will be the first person in line to buy it because I just feel like Emily Henry's like dialogue between her characters, like her character development and relationship building, like I am all about it. So I think this book, it just looks really cute. I literally don't know what it's about. I know she's posted somewhat of a synopsis, but I didn't read it because I'm like, I want to just go into it blind because I trust you, it'll be good. Yeah, that comes out in May and I wish it came out sooner, but for sure reading that. And then in August, we have The Final Gambit coming out. It is the 3rd book in the Inheritance Games series by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I read that series whenever the 2nd book came out this past year because it was all over my TikTok and I had no idea what the series was about, but everyone was talking about it. And so I ended up doing a reading vlog where I read them both back to back. And I really loved it. It was so different from anything else I read last year. It's It's a YA story for sure. And it's kind of like Knives Out. If you've seen that movie, meets like Gossip Girl. It's kind of like a mystery. And there's like romance in it. There's kind of like a love triangle. It's really, really interesting and different. And I loved it so much, and I'm so excited to see how it ends, because the ending of the second book just like left it really wide open. Like, I don't have any idea what's gonna happen, so I'm really excited to see the conclusion of it. That is coming out in August. Along with that, I know I've said I'm most excited about all of these books, but this one might take the freaking cake. I don't even know. Ali Hazelwood is coming out with her second book. The Love Hypothesis, one of my absolute favorite books last year, like one of my favorite books ever. I still think about that book all the time. I just loved it. And she's coming out with her second book in August. It is called Love on the Brain. So if you don't know, Ali Hazelwood is actually like a woman in STEM. Like, she is a scientist in real life, like full-time, like a professor, like teaches students and like works in science. And then she just like casually publishes books on the side that are like New York Times bestsellers. Like, I mean, my idol in life, truly. But she's coming out with her second book, and this one is the same sort of concept as Love Hypothesis. Not really, but it's about like another woman in STEM. So it's about, I believe, the girl is a neuroscientist and the guy is like an engineer. And I know that it's enemies to lovers. I know it's forced proximity. She released the cover yesterday, and it's so freaking cute. Or yesterday or a few days ago. I don't know, but when I saw it on my feed, I was just like, oh my God, this is so cute. Like, I already know I'm gonna love it. So I literally can't wait. I hate that it's so far away, but I'm going to be the first one to order it. She also has a couple of novellas coming out. I don't remember what months those are coming out, but she has 3 different ones, and I'm sure I'm gonna read those as well. So I'll probably talk about them. I will talk about them on this channel if I read them, so just look out for that. And the last book right now that I know of, I feel like I'm probably forgetting something, but the last book that I currently know of that is coming out in 2022 that I'm super excited about, Sally Thorne wrote The Hating Game. And The Hating Game, I feel like every freaking book I talk about in this video, I'm like, this was one of my favorite books of all time. But the reason these are my most anticipated releases of this next year is because they're all by authors that wrote books that I love. So that's why I keep saying books are my favorite. Sally Thorne wrote The Hating Game, and The Hating Game is my favorite rom-com ever. It's in my top 3 all-time favorite books in life ever. And her 4th book is coming out this year. I have not read her other 2 books yet. I need to, and I'm going to soon. But she actually has a Halloween rom-com coming out in October, which I'm very intrigued in. It's called Angelica Frankenstein Makes Her Match. And it's supposed to be a retelling of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. And it's about a girl that like builds a perfect boyfriend. She literally just announced this recently, and there's not even a cover up for it yet. So I'll just put like what she put on her Instagram. She said it's her favorite thing that she's ever written. And I'm like, girl, you wrote The Hating Game. Like, if this is your favorite thing you've ever written, like, I'm gonna read it. I'm for sure gonna read it. I think it's going to be awesome for the Halloween vibes. It comes out in September, but I'll probably read it the first week of October to get in the feels. But yeah, those are all the main books that I am so excited to read in 2022. But I would be lying if I said that there wasn't one book in particular that truly is my most anticipated release, because it's my book. Oh my God. So I definitely let it slip in a video about 2 months ago. I did a Q&A on this channel where several of you guys had asked if I was writing a book, in the process of writing a book, if I ever wanted to write a book. And the answer was yes. I have been in the process of writing a book over the last year, and it's just about done. Like, last couple chapters, edits. It's being published in the first half of 2022. And if you guys follow me on my Instagram, you would have already seen this little announcement like a week or so ago. If you're not following me on Instagram yet, that's where you hear everything first, because that's just where I constantly am. I'm posting on there like every single day. But I want to tell you guys the title of my book, because, you know, it's 2022. It's going to be coming out in the next handful of months. And when I'm talking about it from here on out, I want to be able to just tell you guys the name and talk about it, because it's just so special, and it's my baby, and I love it, and I'm procrastinating. Let's just give it a drum roll. The title of my romance book is, nobody cares. The title is When Fate Breaks. It feels so weird to say out loud, but that is it. That is my book, When Fate Breaks. I'm not gonna explain the title to you right now, because is a very important part of the book. And I am not giving away the synopsis yet. I'm not giving any more details other than it's a romance book and it'll be coming out this year. I promise you guys there's gonna be so much more information coming soon. I'm gonna be doing a synopsis reveal. I'm gonna do a cover reveal. I'm gonna give you order information, all of that, but I don't wanna give it to you all at once. You know, we've got some things left to go, but I thought putting the title out there is the best way of just getting the ball rolling and letting you guys know it's for sure coming. I'm so excited. For those of you that have already like messaged me, left comments in support of it, saying you're excited for it, like, thank you so much. It makes my whole freaking day. You guys are seriously amazing. I love you so much. I can't even explain. And I'm gonna publish a freaking book this year, and I'm probably gonna puke in the process because it's really terrifying, and I've put so many countless hours into it and my heart and my soul, and it's just like the greatest thing I've ever done, like my proudest accomplishment, because it's just something I've wanted to do since I was a literal kid, and it's just amazing. But yes, When Fate Breaks, coming this year. That is it for me today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you are also excited about any of the books that I talked about, or you have any other of your own most anticipated releases of 2022, please leave them in the comments down below. I would love to hear. I'd love to add them to my list. But yes, that is it for me today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you very soon. Bye.